Wait. Before you throw away that broken wine bottle, that cracked flower pot, or those old tennis balls gathering dust in your garage, stop. What if I told you that pile of trash in your shed could become the most stunning garden borders your neighbors have ever seen? What if I told you these borders could cost you $0 while looking like you hired a professional landscape designer? I'm about to show you 15 plus absolutely mind-blowing DIY garden border ideas using nothing but items you'd normally toss in the garbage. We're talking broken bottles transformed into magical fairy borders, old tennis balls becoming whimsical garden edging, and even damaged dolls turned into enchanting fairy fences. Hey garden lovers, welcome back to Daily Garden Fix. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into the art of beautiful garden borders made from complete trash. And I mean complete trash, things you probably threw away last week. By the end of this video, you'll never look at broken items the same way again. Hit that subscribe button if you love creative garden ideas that save money while creating absolute magic in your outdoor space. And ring that notification bell, because I drop new garden transformation content every week. Let's jump right in with Border Idea 1. Wine Bottle Elegance, the Fairy Tale Border. Starting with border idea number 1, wine bottle borders. And this is the showstopper that started my entire trash-to-treasure garden transformation. Those empty wine bottles you're throwing away become magical, light-catching borders that look like they belong in a European garden. Here's the genius technique. I dig a shallow trench about 4 inches deep along my garden edge, then place bottles neck down, touching each other to create a continuous border. The key is varying the height slightly for a natural organic look rather than a rigid fence line. The magic happens when sunlight hits these bottles. They cast rainbow prisms across your garden and create this incredible fairy tale atmosphere, especially during golden hour. I use green bottles for a natural look, but clear bottles catch light better, and blue bottles create the most stunning color effects. Pro tip: save bottles over winter when you're not working outside, then do one massive installation in spring. A 50-foot border needs about 100 bottles, which sounds like a lot until you realize that's just 2 bottles per week over a year. The durability is incredible. I've had wine bottle borders for 3 years with zero maintenance. They actually get more beautiful as soil settles around them and plants grow up through the spaces. A landscape designer told me this exact technique costs $45 per linear foot when professionally installed. My version costs $0 and looks even better because each bottle placement is personal and unique. Border Idea 2. Tire Transformation, the Statement Makers. Border idea number 2 will change how you see old tires forever. Tire garden borders that create dramatic raised planting areas while solving disposal problems. These aren't your basic painted tire planters. This is next-level tire artistry. The secret is in the cutting and layering technique. I use a reciprocating saw to cut tires into rings of different widths, then stack and arrange them to create flowing, organic border shapes that follow natural landscape contours. For the ultimate transformation, I wrap sections in rope using hot glue, creating texture that looks like expensive woven planters. The rope weatherproofs the tire, while adding this gorgeous natural fiber element that complements any garden style. Here's where it gets exciting. I paint other sections with exterior chalk paint in earth tones, then distress them for an aged pottery look. Neighbors genuinely think these are custom ceramic planters that cost hundreds each. The raised planting areas created by tire borders solve drainage problems while adding dramatic height variations to flat gardens. I fill them with cascading plants that spill over the edges, completely disguising the tire origin. One tire creates a border section that would cost $150 plus in stone or concrete edging. I get these free from tire shops that pay disposal fees to get rid of them. It's literally trash that becomes garden treasure. The best part? These borders are completely movable. Change your garden layout seasonally, create temporary borders for annual displays, or redesign whenever inspiration strikes. Border Idea 3. Newspaper log borders, the rustic charm. Number 3 is my secret weapon for achieving that expensive rustic log border look using nothing but old newspapers. This technique creates borders that look identical to costly cedar log edging for absolutely zero cost. Here's the magic method. I roll newspapers tightly into log-shaped bundles, secure them with natural twine, then treat them with a wood stain mixture that makes them look exactly like weathered wood logs. The staining process is crucial. I mix exterior wood stain with a little black paint to create authentic weathered log colors. After staining, these newspaper logs are virtually indistinguishable from real wood, even up close. For durability, I coat dried logs with marine polyurethane, which makes them weatherproof and gives them that authentic wood sheen. Properly treated newspaper logs last 2 to 3 years outdoors, which is actually longer than many untreated wooden borders. I vary the log diameters by using different amounts of newspaper, creating the natural size variation you see in real log borders. Some thick, some thin, some slightly curved. It looks completely authentic and organic. Installation is identical to real log borders. I dig shallow trenches and nestle the logs in place, securing with landscape stakes where needed. The weight and feel are surprisingly similar to actual wood once they're properly made. A 100-foot cedar log border costs $400 to $600 installed. My newspaper version costs $0 and actually looks more natural because I control every detail of the weathering and color variation. Border Idea 4. Broken concrete artistry. Transform construction waste into industrial-chic borders that rival expensive natural stone. Select concrete pieces with interesting shapes and arrange like a puzzle to create flowing, artistic borders. Use mortar to secure key pieces, then stack additional pieces for height and visual interest. Encourage moss growth by brushing with buttermilk mixture. Within weeks, concrete develops gorgeous natural patina that looks like ancient stone ruins. Plant creeping thyme in cracks for living tapestry effects. Construction sites often let you haul away broken concrete free. One demolition project provided enough material for 200 feet of stunning borders. Border Idea 5. Can and jar lighting. Create magical illuminated borders using tin cans and glass jars that transform gardens into enchanted wonderlands after dark. Punch decorative patterns into cans using nails, creating custom luminaries that cast intricate shadows. Bury containers partially along border edges for borders that work day and night. Drop solar stake lights into containers for maintenance-free magic. Vary container sizes for visual rhythm. Large cans for accent points, smaller jars for subtle fill-in. Professional landscape lighting costs $50 to $100 per linear foot. My illuminated borders cost under $3 per foot with infinitely customizable lighting. Border Idea 6. Plastic bottle precision. Plastic bottles create the cleanest, most precise modern garden borders you've ever seen. Cut bottles to uniform heights, remove labels, and use plastic-specific paint. Metallic spray paint makes them look like brushed aluminum edging that landscape pros ask about. Install upside down in shallow trenches using guide strings for perfect alignment. Fill with sand for weight and stability. The result is laser-straight lines that make gardens look professionally designed. Maintenance is just hosing off occasionally. Compare that to wood that rots, metal that rusts, or stone that shifts constantly. Border Idea 7. Rope and stake rustic. Bring Wild West charm using old rope and scrap wood stakes for authentic ranch-style borders. Use weathered ropes strung between irregular wooden stakes for organic flow and rustic character. Choose imperfect stakes, slightly crooked, varied heights, natural bark. Treat with strong tea solution for rapid aging. Natural manila rope weathers to gorgeous silvery color. Let borders flow with landscape contours rather than rigid straight lines. Plant native grasses along these borders for true prairie garden aesthetics that look established forever. Border Idea 8. Broken dish mosaics. Transform broken ceramics into stunning mosaic borders that look like custom art installations. Collect broken dishes, tiles, and ceramics over time, sorting by color and pattern. Create concrete forms and press pieces into wet concrete in predetermined designs. Incorporate meaningful pieces, grandmother's china, special occasion dishes. The borders become personal history displays while serving practical functions. Professional mosaic costs $30 to $50 per square foot. My version uses waste materials and costs under $5 per linear foot. Border Idea 9. Fabric scrap weaving. Transform textile waste into colorful, artistic borders with incredible visual impact. Create frameworks using branches or wire. Then weave fabric strips from old clothing, sheets, and remnants to create textile panels. The process is meditative while creating functional garden art. Treat with outdoor fabric protector for 2 to 3 seasons of durability. Create sunset gradients, ocean themes, or seasonal displays using different fabric combinations. Perfect for temporary installations, special events, or covered areas protected from direct weather. Border Idea 10. Wire and vine living sculpture. Create living borders using wire frameworks combined with fast-growing vines. Shape discarded wire fencing into flowing forms that provide immediate structure while training vines. Combine annual vines for quick coverage with perennials for long-term framework. Morning glories provide first-year coverage, while clematis builds permanent structure. After 2 to 3 years, wire disappears under gorgeous flowering borders that improve annually. Plant complementary flowers at the base for ground-to-top coverage that looks like natural hedge formations with much more visual interest. Border Idea 11. Pallet wood rustic. Transform free shipping pallets into gorgeous rustic borders that rival expensive cedar fencing. Select quality hardwood pallets and cut nails with reciprocating saw to preserve wood integrity. Use steel wool and vinegar for instant aged appearance, then seal with clear protectors. Install boards vertically, horizontally, or mix patterns for authentic rustic character. Combine with rope details or stone foundations for borders that look expensive. Shipping companies give away pallets to avoid disposal costs. One collection day provides materials for hundreds of feet of beautiful borders. Border Idea 12. Glass container elegance. Create sophisticated borders using glass containers that catch and reflect light beautifully. Collect wine bottles, mason jars, decorative bottles over time. Partially bury at varying heights for gentle rhythm along border lines. Different sizes prevent monotony while creating visual movement. Morning sun creates rainbow prisms. Evening light produces warm glows. Plant low-growing flowers around containers for integration while allowing magical light effects to shine through. Works in any garden style from cottage to contemporary, providing elegant solutions that expensive manufactured borders cannot duplicate. Border Idea 13. Cardboard raised beds. Create temporary raised borders using cardboard that improve soil while working. Select sturdy boxes, tape seams with weatherproof tape, then cover with burlap or landscape fabric. Result looks like custom planters costing $50 plus each. As cardboard decomposes over 1 to 2 seasons, it adds organic matter while suppressing weeds. Fill with potting mix for immediate planting, knowing plants will transition to enriched native soil. Perfect for testing layouts, seasonal displays, or rental properties. Refrigerator boxes provide 40 to 50 feet of 12-inch borders free from appliance stores. Border Idea 14. Concrete stone alternatives. Create stone borders using concrete colored and textured to look exactly like expensive natural stone. Use concrete mix with integral pigments, then texture using real stones as stamps. Create molds using stones pressed into sand for authentic rock surfaces. Multiple pigment layers create realistic variation. Dry brush techniques add weathering effects. Encourage moss growth with buttermilk treatments for natural patina. $2 to $3 per linear foot versus $15 to $25 for natural stone, with identical weight and appearance once properly made. There you have it. 16 incredible ways to transform trash into stunning garden borders. From magical wine bottle fairy borders to whimsical tennis ball edging, you now have solutions for every garden style and zero budget. You probably have materials for several projects in your recycling bin right now. Instead of throwing away these waste materials, transform them into garden features that will amaze your neighbors. I want to see your transformations. Share photos in the comments and tell me which idea you're trying first. I read every comment and love seeing your adaptations. If this video saved you money and inspired creativity, give it a thumbs up and share with fellow garden lovers. Your support helps me create content proving beautiful gardens don't require big budgets, just big imagination. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, because next week I'm sharing 20 stunning garden path ideas using unexpected materials. Path idea number 12 creates the most dramatic entrance for under $10. Remember, the most beautiful gardens are created by gardeners who see possibilities where others see problems and treasure where others see trash. Your perfect garden is waiting in the most unexpected places. Until next time, keep growing, keep creating, and keep transforming the ordinary into extraordinary. This is Daily Garden Fix, and I'll see you in the garden. Like, subscribe, and share. Your support means everything.